All right, this is the most recent arcade build. This was an old Street Fighter II Turbo Hyper Fighting machine. This was in pretty rough shape when I got it, but I put a new coat of paint on it, put some new buttons in it, put a computer in it, 27-inch LED monitor. We got these nice Hap-style buttons that are ring LEDs. This is running Big Box on Windows 10. It's my favorite arcade machine front end. So this will launch here in just a second. Here we go. Okay. So you got essentially every arcade game known to man. All the games have a nice little demo video, so you know what you're getting into. Got your Atari 2600, ColecoVision. Got the best of Daphne, so you can play like Dragon's Lair or Space Ace. Killer Instinct section. There's only 2 games, but Killer Instinct was good enough, it deserves its own section. Light gun games, if you decided to add some light guns, I got a Mortal Kombat section, NBA Jam, TurboGrafx, N64. Tough to play these on an arcade machine, but you could always plug in a set of controllers. Nintendo, I put Wii on here, just in case you want to do a little Guitar Hero. Sammy Thomas Wave. Sega 32X, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, Sega Model 2. It's got Dynamite Cop, Virtua Fighter, Sega Naomi, PlayStation, Street Fighter, Super Nintendo. You got a handful of Techno Parrot games, mostly for shooters, but you got an HD version of Contra, and a nice HD version of Tetris. Can never have too many Tetris games on one arcade machine. Then you got a favorite section. So how I set this up was, I know some people really like games in their original aspect ratio. So for arcade games, you've got 2 ways to launch. You can launch through the default MAME emulator, which keeps things in their default aspect ratio, and then you've got like this nice bezel art here on the side, so you don't have like that just unfilled black space. Or if you hit this button here, this brings up like an options menu for the game, and you can launch with RetroArch instead. And I've programmed this to be full screen. Got a nice little CRT kind of shader on there. Curves it like a CRT monitor and adds some scan lines. one button exit right here. Go back. So the reason I use a PC on my arcade machines is so you can play games like NFL Blitz. You'll never be able to play this on a Raspberry Pi. No. Check this out. 5, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Infinite turbo, baby. This runs great. This computer has an Intel Xeon, which is basically the equivalent of an i7 4th gen. So all the games work great. Okay. Hard to play Blitz with one hand. Yeah, so The Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, these games are, you have the original games on here, but since this is a 2-player arcade machine, and I assumed people wouldn't want to always be the same character, you've got special versions of The Simpsons and Ninja Turtles that allows you to pick which character you want.
Fire! Hang on, April.
Cool. And then, of course, wouldn't be a Street Fighter machine if you didn't have Street Fighter. Pow! Coins here. Boom. Boom. Ken and Ryu.
Round one, fight!
All right, peace.